Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf gaming channel as we're about to give a couple of tries to Spiritfall, a game which is developed and published by Gentle Giant and is now available in early access. And this is a game which caught my attention just last week and I put it in my wishlist and I waited for its release because I don't know, it feels like the type of game that I'm in the mood for right now. Plus the graphics look pretty cool. And it is a roguelike experience from what I could tell, so without further ado, let's get this started. The perennial flame has made its choice. An unremarkable vessel, your ability to sustain the old fire is questionable. Nonetheless, you will be granted this chance. We are the divine spirits, chosen to guide and protect this realm. Our powers have been diminishing ever since the Great Gate closed. One hope remains. Take this mask and use it to restore our strength. Now go, venture to the brink, and seal the gate by any means necessary. Okay, so are these like different gods? Will they grant me different powers? Space to jump, hold space to jump for higher, okay. Press shift to dash. What else did it? You are briefly invincible at the start of the dash, okay. While airborne, press another space. This is like a double jump, okay. Pretty clear. Drop. Cool. And our first weapon. Okay, a simple attack. A heavy attack with a charging ability. A missile. Probably the Q will be some sort of ultimate. And the shift is a dash. A neutral attack is with the normal click. That's what it's called, okay. A side attack. Up attack, okay. Oh, this is going to be a bit more complicated then. So we can use both of the attacks both on the ground and in the air. Let's see. Interesting. And another down attack. Interesting. A launcher, okay. Launch up, launch down. So many combinations. This seems like one of those games which, if you can master it, could be really cool. Entry added. Let's see. F to collect Spirit Blessing. So this is one of the gods, I'm guessing, right? Rending attack. Your attack deals more damage and inflicts wounds on enemies for 5 seconds. Attack damage 20%. Okay. So this is for the normal attack. Howling Bolt. Your bolt is a howl that deals damage in a radius around you and inflicts wounded 3 times for 3 seconds. Okay. Your launcher deals more damage and inflicts 2 stacks of wounded on the enemies. I see. Kelumin. Okay, I'll just call it the wolf. Let's go for the normal attack. Generally speaking, I always like to upgrade my normal attacks. Ah, I see. So these are the different gods that you can go for. This will be easily understood. Let's see, how strong is the bolt? Well, not the most amazing thing. What do we have here? Collect one of these or one of these? I have no idea what they are. Let's collect this one first. +1 to combat runes. Okay. Is there a codex here? Or what did it say in the top left? Anyway, let's get the health and get out. Oh, tab is for the codex. Let's see. Combat rune. A special resource that will be preserved even when you perish. In the right hands, these runes can be used to both create and reinforce weapons of great power. So I'm guessing this is sort of meta progression. Once you go through a run, maybe you lose, you start at the beginning, and maybe you'll be able to buy some stuff with these things. This gives me extra health. We have enemies. Attempts have been made in the past to reduce their numbers due to the outbreak of various diseases they had spread. It was almost impossible back then. The chances of doing so now that they are infected by the blight are exceedingly strenuous. I see. So it doesn't tell you any kind of information about actually defeating them. Only 3 weapons we have available at the moment. Regions, characters. Ooh, will there be different characters? I'm guessing not. Kelumin, one of the great divine spirits from the realm beyond. Kelumin is the embodiment of the moon, an eternal companion watching over humanity. It is told that their ability to understand humans surpasses that of other spirits, as like the soul of man, the moon transitions between the face of light and those of darkness. Remember that the moon has its gaze upon you, even in your loneliest hour. May it serve as your ally. Okay, and what else do we have here? Some sort of upgrades, relics, blessings, the different attacks which I found, okay. And then the map. Okay, so far so good. Let's continue. I wanna keep going with the same wolf. Critical dash. Your dash deals damage twice and inflicts wounded on the enemies. Oh, I forgot that I have the shift. Open wounds. Deal bonus critical damage per stack of wounded applied to the enemy. 3% per stack, okay? Wound scar. Leap diagonally upwards. Enemies hit receive 3 stacks of wounded. Follow up with a downward slash. And this is a special ability that it's used with Q. Okay, well, let's try this one out. And let's see what's going to happen. Relic chest or dust deposit. Dust deposit is probably gold. I mean, it looks like gold. I'm going to assume it's gold. Let's go for the relic. I took some damage, more than I would want to. But I'm still trying to get used to the controls here. The game has sort of a... It's a much slower pace than you would expect in one of these games, right? So I'm used to games being very quick and attacks being really fast, like you have in something like Hades. But in this game, it is slightly slower, the break between attacks. So I don't know what either of these does. Let's try the scroll because it seems easier to remember. An esoteric scroll. Special resource that will be preserved even when you perish. Okay, so even more what seems to be meta progression. Arbiter Mallet, deal 5% bonus damage for every 100 dust you carry. I see. So now I need to gather dust for more damage. Yeah, I guess I'll go this way, why not? A luminous gem. Okay, so luminous gems powers up one of our abilities. So we're going from 20% to 35% extra damage on our normal attacks. That is good. And it seems like I have some sort of a combo slider here. Let's go for the dust. Okay, there are enemies with armor, got it. Hey, that worked pretty well. 100 dust, that means extra damage, 200 dust in total. Cool. The bear or fox? Let's go for the bear. The enemies are not quick either. So if I take my time, I feel like I could do a better job at avoiding attacks. Witchvet, let's see. Blizzard Bomb Bolt. Your bolt is an ice bomb that explodes on contact. Okay, and this slows down enemies. You gain more essence. The next spirit blessing you find will have offers of increased rarity. Okay. Breaking the ice. You deal damage bonus when striking undamaged enemies. 40% more. I mean, the next one is a wolf. So I'm going to get the increased rarity here with Aurora Borealis. And let's see, what does the bear say here? Fishbed, one of the great divine spirits from the realm beyond. Winter brings adversity in the form of relentless cold. Those unprepared shall face the judgment of the tempest. Cool. Let's see. Yep. Let's go for the wolf. I know what the scroll did, let's collect one of these as well. Dormant Ember. A special resource that will be preserved even when you perish, can be used to strengthen the perennial flame and unlock permanent skills that can aid you on your journey. Ah, I see, so this is the meta currency. And this ancient scroll can be used to enact ordinances through the help of the mediary. I don't know. I guess we'll have to die once in order to figure out what the other things do. And this one have blue edges because they have increased rarity, right? They are at rare. Critical dash, good, we know about that. Occultation. Enemies that overlap one another receive bonus damage from your attack, launcher, or bolt. Absolute magnitude. Your essence multiplier can increase beyond its standard limit. I don't know what essence does, I'm not gonna bother with it, but I am going to get the extra damage here. Because that sounds pretty good and there are plenty of enemies that overlap. This one upgrades and this one gives me a relic. Let's go for the relic first. Nice. Okay, I am starting to like this game. There's something very charming and fun about it. Have to remember that I have this dash which makes me invulnerable temporarily. There we go. Dyad Blades. All damage you deal or take is 20% higher. This sounds like a very bad idea on my first run, to be honest, but... So this is a shop. I am going to get the extra health here. Okay, we cannot understand him. Probably later on we'll find an item that can figure out what he's saying. Maybe. Do I want to have 5% more damage from this? Or do I want to buy something else? It's actually, because it's over 100, I'm losing 10% extra damage. I don't think it's worth buying any of this. Let's just go and attempt, which I'm guessing will be the boss, yeah. Okay, let's see. So it is true then, the perennial flame has been rekindled. I know what you are trying to do. No matter, you cannot stop us. You are just a pawn, nameless and expendable. Here, let me show you. I just walked right into that one. Yeah, apparently I'm really bad at this. Well, that was a short first run. Hey, I knew it. I knew you'd come. Welcome to the Sanctum. The name's Tip. I am the Sanctum's What? The name's Tip. I am the Sanctum's caretaker. I need to have more coffee. It's a pleasure to meet you. When the flame died, the power that kept this place safe was gone with it. Those who remained had to find refuge elsewhere. We hurried back once we saw the smoke rising. It is all happening just as was foretold. Sorry that you had to see this place in such a maze. It should be easier to navigate now. Well, if it weren't for these blight thorns. Speaking of which, the mediary would like a word with you. It seems like he has a plan. Sure. What do we have here? Interact. I see, so... Skills of Kelumin, the Howling Moon. While grounded, dash and immediately jump afterwards to leap with increased horizontal speed. Or with the bear, always endure a killing blow with 1 health if your health has at least 10% prior. Okay, so this is in case you take 10% more damage on the last, or you had 10% health and you take a lot of damage, you are surviving with 1 health. Okay. Frozen Flame, your essence multiplier will not decay while outside of combat. Bone Chilling Launch, your launcher deals 20% damage to stunned enemies. Let's go with the wolf one. You are here, and not a moment too soon. I had been anticipating your arrival, Omen Forge.
Sure.
Entrust any recollection of your former self into the void, for you are now reborn. The task at hand is all that matters. However, before you leave, I have a request for you. As you can imagine, these dark thorns don't belong here. Now that the perennial flame is rekindled, it is time to banish them. Clear the dark thorns that are corrupting the sanctum using the power of the perennial flame. Okay, so this one costs nothing, this first one. Like you, I have bond with the divine spirits. It is only natural to enjoy its benefits. Bring esoteric scrolls to me and I shall aid you with more ordinances straight from above. This is their will. Now go! You must reach the brink and unseal the gate. I'm afraid that is our only option. Do not fear death, for you were severed from your mortality. I shall await your return. Oh. Let's see, Ethereal Sandstone. Ethereal Sandstone may appear in rooms, break them to obtain 10 to 20 dust. Ah, I see. So if I think about a game like Hades, there were these gems that you would collect through different runs, and then you would use them in order to upgrade your rooms so that you can receive more benefits as you go around. Hallowed Ground Outskirts. Hallowed Ground may appear as a room in the outskirts. Touch the monument to restore 50 health. That sounds really good to me, so we're gonna go with these ones. Sure, let's go into the blacksmith. I am guessing that the final stone that I have there is for this blacksmith right here, right? Decided to take on the mantle, eh? Or was it fate that has brought you here? Either way, I don't believe in coincidences. Speaking of chance, if you happen to find any combat runes, we can use them to awaken more weapons. Let's keep the formal introduction for later. You should make haste. I see. So we have some gauntlets, a bow, and this hammer axe, which I can upgrade. For now, let's just keep it. I would like to unlock a few more weapons. Let's see, now we have the rabbit. The lightning rabbit. Is this sort of a Pikachu? Voltaic Blink Dash. Your dash teleports you a set distance and damages nearby enemies. You become electrified. Well, this is one way in which I could learn to dash. Chain Lightning Bolt. Your bolt chains to nearby enemies dealing area damage. Gain +1 electrified for 3 seconds per chain. Adrenaline Rush, you have a bonus damage and movement speed for 5 seconds after slaying an enemy. Let's get this one. Not a huge amount of dash, but it should be interesting. Let's see, what do I want to go for next? Extra health? No, let's go for another relic. Yeah, it's not a huge amount of damage, that dash, but I guess it does the job. Plus, you don't want to give a lot of damage to the dash ability, otherwise you're just gonna dash around, right? It's going to be super boring and unbalanced. What do I want? This or this? I want one of these for the dust, in order to get more gold during rounds. Celestial exchange items cost -20% dust. Okay, cheaper stuff, always good. Let's go for another rabbit. Sorry. Good. Now let's see. Another Spirit Blessing. The Chain Bolt, we know. Thunderclap. Whenever you jump from the ground while electrified, deal damage to nearby enemies. Shock Absorber. When you are hit, advance all cooldown times and become electrified for 5 seconds. I like the combos that you can do with this one. Sure, let's go with this Shock Absorber first. And let's also see what the rabbit is all about. Navalik, one of the great divine spirits from the realm beyond. Navalik is nowhere and everywhere, crossing both time and space. When you hear the sound of a distant thunder behind you, do not look back, for that event is now only an echo lost in time. But to be honest, controls super responsive here. I mean, there's absolutely no moment where I feel like I am stuck in place. It took me a second to get used to some of the combat speed in itself, but I am impressed. I think we're gonna see a lot more Spiritfall on the channel going forward. I want another tablet in order to unlock the gauntlets, so that we can test another weapon tomorrow. Let's see. What are we going for next? Extra health? Is that an anteater? Actually, let's take this one down first. I took some damage there that I didn't want to take. A bit more than what I should have. Okay, let's see. Extra health. This should come in handy. Let's go forward. Celestial Exchange. Spend dust to purchase blessings or other gifts. You know what? Let's go for it. I could buy both something from the wolf and some extra health. Can I talk to you? Do you say something else that I understand? No. Let's get the health, the healing, and then the wolf. Rending Launcher, okay. Lunar Terminator. Gradually deal more damage to enemies the closer they are to half of their max health. Sure. And go for another rabbit here. Let's go down. Good. Oof. Oof. Too many projectiles. Ah, I see. So those guys also hit me with their tails. I thought that they would just do projectiles and I got too close to them. But I've noticed now the error of my ways. Let's see. Give me something good. Lightning Strike. Electricity drops from above, dealing damage. Touch it to become electrified and create a blast that deals double the damage. Ooh. Adrenaline Rush. You have bonus damage and movement after slaying an enemy. Thunderclap. Yeah, we know this one. Whenever you jump from the ground while electrified. I would really like to do this because it somehow works with all the other passives, but let's do Lightning Strike first of all, because that is a Q ability and I guess it's going to be useful at times. I don't know what the Hollow Ground is, so I'm going to go for this one first. Collect 50%. Okay, so it's just a straight up healing. Walk straight into that one. Let's see, what do we upgrade here? Let's do the Shock Absorber. Dust. I guess I have enough for a healing. And now let's see if we can do better this time on the boss. I guess things weren't clear enough the last time. This is the end of the road for you. Okay, slightly better this time. Okay, I'm guessing run away. Hey, slightly better. Every little progress counts. But this is going to have to be it for today. I hope you're enjoying Spiritfall as much as I do. We're gonna play it for a few days, I'm guessing, until I run out of content. I saw that they're going to bring some new weapons. Actually, I feel like I could show it off to you. So here we have the early access roadmap, where in April, so just right now, just around the corner, we will get Synergy Blessings. Synergy Blessings, I am guessing it's sort of a combination between the power of two spirits. Should be a lot of fun to try out. Then we have in May new weapons, spirit skins with special powers. I don't know exactly what this would be, but we'll have to see. In June, new regions, new boss and more. That is pretty good. And on July we'll get a new spirit, a new weapon and more. So that's everything that we have at the moment from the developers. I'm looking forward to seeing more and see this game developed. If you like what you see today or in the following days, do consider wishlisting it. I will have a link down in the description so you can jump straight into the Steam page for this game and try it out yourself whenever you feel like it. If you like the video, do consider leaving a like, as it does help me a lot. It would be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel to see more, and if you have any games in mind that would be cool to try out, leave them down in the comments below. Now until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.